And hope all of you can see my screen also. I think it's visual to you, all of you. Right. So let me introduce myself. Just give me a second. I don't want to take much time, guys. Just a 2 minutes of time. I'm Vamsi Krishna Guttala here, guys. I'm almost all having somewhere around 22 plus years of experience in the IT industry, guys. So in the last 22 years, from the last 22 years, every day I works on data. Every day I works on the data. I see the data. I process them. I analyzes them. Mainly, I call myself as a data expert. From the last 22 years, I'm working on the data, guys. I started my career in 2003 approximately. I started with some database management initially, guys. Like, you know that, right? Database management systems like some DBMS systems like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL. At that time, guys, 23 years, 22 years back, we don't have any all these data science and all these things was not there. And after that, I moved to database administration. Like I was also expertise in performing some admin related tasks like security, automation, scheduling, high availability, backup and recover strategies of databases. These are all my expertise in the database admin, guys. After that, I moved to business intelligence. We know that about the business intelligence BI. And after BI, after working for a couple of years in BI, I moved to big data systems. And from the last 8 years, I was into the data science field, guys. So mainly my current expertise, almost all having 8 years of experience. I started in 2017, data science, AI, machine learning, deep learning. From the last 2 years, recently we know that it was started generative AI, prompt engineering. So these are all my complete expertise on the various technologies related to data science, guys. And coming to my certification programs, I already completed one certification program from IIIT Hyderabad. So it is on AI and ML. And currently, I'm doing another certification program in collaboration with Microsoft, basically on generative AI. Currently going on, still it has not yet completed, but currently I'm doing one certification program from Microsoft. So in collaboration with some great learnings, I'm currently doing one certification program from Microsoft. And these are my complete expertise, guys. And coming to my whatever my job or something like that, I was a freelancing trainer. Coming to my role, it's a freelancing trainer. I collaborated with many of the training academies, like I collaborated with XLR, Durga Soft, who you have been joined here, and Naresh IT, Naresh Technologies or Naresh IT, Stansis, and I was working as a consultant trainer. I also handles various corporate trainings, guys. Recently, only I covered one training program at CGI, Deloitte, Future and CGI. These are some of the recent whatever the trainings I done at recent one of the corporate levels trainings what I have done, guys. So this is about myself. I think you got to know about like almost all I'm having 22 years of experience, guys, with many of the data related expertise, guys. Okay. So coming to this particular training program, guys, you know that. So all of you are here to learn something about the Gen AI, which is nothing but what we call it as a generative AI. So from the last 2 years, guys, it was started almost all I can say from the last 2 years, we can say that it was started. And from in the recent year only, it has been became more and more popular. A lot of new implementations, a new kind of an implementations has been got started. And even at the corporate level, also at the enterprise level, everyone suggesting. Even recently, my brother, who is working in Deloitte, he's working in Dell, having somewhere around 25 years of experience at Dell. So he's at a very high corporate, the high management level. He was at a management level generally, but still there are asking them to the senior level management people also. They're asking them to learn something about some upskill them with the data science, machine learning, AI, NLP, generative AI. Recently, at a 25 years of experience level also, they started learning about these particular skills. So because the industry requires, guys. Up to what extent it was succeeded, I'll tell you about the history, guys, because I'm in the industry from the last 22 years. I know I have a clear understanding about how the approaches has been started, how many years it has taken for implementation. I'll give you a complete the history about the implementation also. I'll give you the idea about that, guys. Okay. So here we are here to learn something about generative AI. So what I'm going to do here is within one class, because it is completely new to you guys. At least whenever I said data science, machine learning, AI, NLP, at least people can understand them because there are little bit familiar terminologies has been became now. But coming to this one, that is nothing but generative AI. It's a completely new terminology. So many of the people does not, maybe they don't have a clear understanding about what is generative AI. But something happening in the industry, something happening, guys, something they are talking about generative AI. So what exactly this generative AI? To understand that, at least we require some around 3 to 4 demo sessions we require, guys. Within one class, I cannot make you understand. So today's session, a little bit idea about what is generative AI. And when it comes to which is going to be the coming couple of classes, like I'll tell you guys some little bit technology I'm going to add up them, technical aspects I will add up them, and I'll make you understand clearly what is generative AI, guys. Okay. So before going to this topic, guys, before starting with the demos, I just want to hear some few words from your side also, guys. Like, what is generative AI? So what do you know about? Whether it is correct or wrong does not matter. Basically, how much extent you are aware about, or how much extent you are thinking about generative AI. I want to know about that, guys. Anyone, guys, from your side? Can you just please come forward and just give some few points what you know about generative AI? Anyone? Yes. Anyone, guys? Just it is an interactive session, guys. It is not a video training. So try to speak, guys. No one. No one, guys.
Yeah,
Anyone? Can you?
I
Yes.
want this.
Yeah. Hello. Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah, as per my understanding, like this getting a AI, like we are giving some prompt and we are getting some data, like whether it is text content or videos or images. If we
Okay.
are generating some that's that
Okay.
I can understand.
Okay. Fine. It's a little bit. Absolutely, it is a little bit correct only. But let us make it a little bit more and more understanding. Anyone else, guys? Anyone want to tell about something you know about generative AI? Anyone is there? Anyone? Can you please come forward and can you just give a few points, guys? What do you think about generative AI? At least I'm not asking about what do you know about generative AI. What do you think about generative AI, guys? Okay, fine. Let me start with the discussion, guys. I'm not going at a very higher level, just at a very basic level so that you guys can understand. So let us start with a small basic level understanding only, guys. So first of all, the main thing is like the first question that most of the people try to understand is what is AI versus what is AI, first of all. So what is basically AI? So AI, generative AI. What is the difference between them? Let us try to start understand a little bit about AI, guys. So I'm talking about a little bit higher level discussions, guys. So even if you don't get any idea about, or if you can't understand it also, because I'm going to use some terminologies of data science, machine learning, AI. I'm going to use some terminologies. Even if you are not aware about that, don't worry about that. I'll tell you guys, if you want to become a Gen AI expert, or at least we have to implement the Gen AI applications, what are going to be the prerequisites, up to what extent you require the knowledge? I'll give you some idea about that, guys. In a couple of days, I'll give you all that particular ideas. I'll explain all that particular concepts. I'll explain in a couple of days. Just try to listen the class, try to understand whatever the extent you can understand it, guys. After that, we can go for slowly the implementation. Then we can understand the things easily, guys. So first of all, what is AI? AI is nothing but simple. If you look at the definition of AI, AI is nothing but which we call it as an artificial intelligence, which is nothing but capable to mimic the human behavior, guys. Which is capable to mimic the human behavior, guys. That is what we simply say that about the which is going to be about the AI. That means the machine or a system which can behave like a human, which can, like for example, it can take some kind of a decisions like how the humans can take, or it can just behave like how the human or how a human is going to do some kind of an artistic skills like painting. How a person or a human or how a which is going to be a painter or a which is an artist, how if how expertise he can draw the pictures, a machine also capable to which is going to be draw that kind of a pictures. So that is nothing but what we simply call it as an AI. Just for a small timing, which can mimic the human behavior is nothing but what we simply call it as an AI. Try to understand carefully, guys. This AI is basically gets categorized into which is going to be two types, guys. Basically, it is what we simply call it as AI. There are two types of AI systems will be there, guys. So what is AI? AI can nothing but what we can say, guys. AI is nothing but simply to say that which can mimic the human behavior is what we are going to call it as this particular what we can call it as an AI systems. Okay. These AI systems, there are of two different types, guys. One is going to be what we call it as a discriminative AI. What we call it as a discriminative AI, guys, a discriminative native AI. And the other one is going to be nothing but what we call it as a generative AI. A discriminative AI and which is going to be nothing but a generative AI. Just try to understand, guys. For example, let me tell you one small examples. What is meaning of discrimination? You know what is meaning of discrimination, guys? Discriminative means the AI system is capable to differentiate between the one class and the other class. For example, I'll tell you one small example for this, guys. Don't worry, I'm going to use as a little bit higher level terminologies. If you can understand, well and good. Even if you can't understand, leave it, guys. For example, let us take a small example, guys. Let us say that what is my example here is, guys, let us take some kind of an images. Let us take some kind of an images I'm going to take in, guys. What is these images? For example, the images are going to be some kind of there are going to be human, which is going to be the faces. So the images are containing some faces, which is going to be the faces of the humans. Let us say that I mark them saying that this image belongs to male, this image belongs to female, like that I labeled them. So this image belongs to male, this image belongs to female, this image belongs to male, like that. There are some images are there, some not just like a 3-4 images, guys, maybe somewhere around 30,000, 40,000 images I have taken, guys. Maybe somewhere around 20,000 images I have taken. These images, what is these images, guys? The humans facial images are there, which are separated. That means we already labeled them saying that this image belongs to male, this image belongs to female. I given it to a system. What I did is, guys, I'm just feeding all these images to the machines, guys. Otherwise, instead of place of system, I said it is going to be machine. Machine is nothing but a computer, guys. Now, what the machine is going to do, guys, the machine is going to tries to learn something from these images. What the machine will try to do, guys, the machine will try to learn something from these images. What it is trying to learn, guys? It is trying to learn something which can differentiate a male and a female. That means it will try to study like how the female faces looks like, how the male faces are going to looks like, or how the female hair the whatever the hairstyle will be there, what is going to be female's hairstyle, how the eyes of the females will be there, how the eyes of the males will be there. Something like this, it will try to learn something from that particular images to differentiate. How it will learn, that is secondary concept, guys. I'm not going to discuss about those things right now. Machines are going to learn something to differentiate between a male and a female image. So what is the differences? Only by looking at the face, not by looking at the type of the dress they wear, or not by using some other thing, but just by looking at the face only, they can learn something. That means the machines are learning something from these images. Mainly what they are trying to learn, why they are learning, they want to differentiate between. They want to differentiate. It is going to be differentiate between which is going to be male and a female. So what they will do now, guys, once the machine tries to learn something from these images, now what happens now? Whenever I given a new image, for example, a new face, if I give an image, now my model or my machine is capable to identify whether the person in the image is a male or a female. That means the machine will tell that whether the person in this image is a male or a female. Sir, why do you require this? What is the need of that? Obviously, there is a lot of requirements will be there, guys. It looks